You ready? You're listening to the Real Pineapple Podcast Network.
Alright, so my next review is for Super Mario Galaxy. So, look, the Super Mario Bros. Movie, I was gonna rewatch it. I'm gonna be real. I just didn't care enough to. When I finally did watch it, because that came out in 2023, I I was just against it. Not because I don't want a Mario movie or because I hate the character or anything like that, but just when they hired Chris Pratt, I went, "Oh, you don't give a fuck about this. Like you don't care if this works or not. This is just about getting a big name to be Mario, not to get a good voice actor." And it made me really upset. And so as I'm watching the first one, I'm like, okay, like let's, let's see, I guess. So I watched it on Peacock, thankfully. Thankfully I did not go to a theater. And it's fine. It's fine. It is a passable C plus Mario Brothers movie. Like, like that is what it is. But I would be lying to you if I said that I listened to Pratt's Mario in that, and I just went, he seems kind of interested, like, like he just seems kind of interested. Like Jack Black is acting his ass off in that movie. Charlie Day is acting his ass off in that movie. It really does feel like Pratt is just he just got up from like a 12-hour, like maybe he flew like overseas or something and woke up from like a 12-hour nap or some shit. Like he feels so out of it at points that it's like, okay, like are you voicing Mario or are you not voicing Mario? So going into this one, I thought, all right, Super Mario Brothers 2, like what do you do here? And there is a plot to the first one. The Mario Brothers get lost in Mushroom Kingdom, encounter Bowser, Peach asks for their help. Yeah, Donkey Kong shows up for some reason. Like they're like, pardon me. Whew. Here we go. There is a plot, as paper thin as it is. There is a plot in the first one. So getting to this one, I was like, okay, they have more resources, assumingly they put more money behind it. Like, all right, like Mario Brothers Galaxy, it's gonna be even better than the first one. And y'all, I just I don't get what they're doing. I don't get it. And the thing is, it shouldn't be this fucking hard with a fucking Mario movie. I just I was talking to Alea because she asked me, she's like, "Oh yeah, what's the plot of it?" And I was like, and I started giggling. I was like, "Plot?" I was like, okay, so Peach finds out she has a sister. The sister gets kidnapped from Bowser because it's the only thing that can power this weapon that he built, but also the galaxies are so big, there's so many resources, he probably could have got it from somewhere else, but he hates the princess because fuck you, that's why. And then Bowser, like I was like, and that's what I was explaining it to her, like she just kind of started looking at me like, wow, this feels like there isn't anything. And I was like, yeah, yeah, you're not wrong. It does kind of play like that. And I think at the end of the day, that's what bugs me the most. I think so many people gave the first one a pass of going like, well, it's a Mario movie. And y'all, we gotta stop doing that. Like, I know I feel like I go on this rant like monthly, if I'm being real. But bad kids films, they just hit different. And I think the thing about this one in particular that is so insane is that Brie Larson. So Brie Larson joins the podcast as Rosalina. So she's the sister of Princess Peach, who's voiced by uh, Anya Taylor Joy, right? Um, I watched Brie Larson's blog because I'm a huge Brie Larson fan. By the way, thank you, all you assholes, for basically, you're probably gonna run her away from being Captain Marvel because you won't shut the fuck up and stop being a sexist asshole. So thank you, thanks for that. Anyways, but Brie Larson, um, she did this like travel vlog because she has like a YouTube channel, and she did like this travel vlog about going to Japan and doing press for the movie. And hearing her talk about Mario and like how much fun she used to have like playing as a kid and like how it actually means something to her, I'm like, that's why you should take roles. Because like even if you're doing a role in like a like a blockbuster, like even if you're taking like a Marvel role, and it's like, oh, it's a Marvel role. Like I appreciate people that are like, look, I grew up reading this shit. I had fun with it. Hell yeah, I want to play, fill in the blank. Like hell yeah, good for you. And I feel like people who look at it like that understand that there is a responsibility to it. Like like Chris Pratt isn't voicing, a fucking he's not voicing a fucking extra. He's voicing fucking Mario. And I really do think that there's such a lackadaisical nature like to Chris Pratt. He kind of does feel like Andy Dwyer, and not in like the charming ways that Andy could at least, be an incredibly loyal friend. He just feels like he doesn't fucking care. And it's if it's I think with Jack Black having such a intense performance, we can tell he's putting, so much into it, that at least helped balance out Chris Pratt's kind of like mediocrity. Jack Black is still in this one, but he is significantly less, I would say. You probably get half the time of him as Bowser in this, they're throwing a bunch of other, they do throw like some other shit in here, but it's one of those things where I feel like with Pratt, like he's distractingly bad at points in here. There's a point where he just goes like something bad happening. So he goes, "Mamma mia!" He says it just like that, but it's so flat. It's it's it would be the equivalent of if your partner made the same thing like 12 days in a row, and you're like, "Oh, what's for dinner? Oh, meatloaf again." Like it's delivered with that level of intensity and care, and I just went, fuck, dude, why are you so lazy? It's really kind of impressive. um the one good thing I can say about this is that the new stuff they added, the two big new additions, Donald Glover's Yoshi and Glen Powell's Fox, uh and Benny Safdie's Bowser Jr. They're all it's so okay. I don't know how much voice acting Donald Glover actually did. Like, I would be curious how much he's actually making the Yoshi, like he's making the sounds and shit. I would be curious um, if he's actually doing that. Uh, Josh from Afternoon Tune asking, am I getting a new Star Fox game? I don't have a Switch, man. I got the PS5, I got my PC, and I've got a PS2 and a Xbox 360. But no, I don't have a Switch yet. I think I'm waiting on the Switch 2 because because you know how Nintendo always does that thing when they put a new system out and they put out like the OLED version, but they always make you wait 2 years for that shit. I think they're gonna do the same thing with the Switch too. So I think I'm just gonna wait for when they do that. I do want to get the Switch too eventually because I would actually like to play some Mario, Donkey Kong shit. But the new additions of Fox McCloud, Bowser Jr., and Yoshi, those are the best things about this movie. Charlie Day is still uh, doing so much more than he than he should as Luigi. His Luigi is great here still, but but the plot, it's just it's even thinner than the first one. Like I'm really sitting here kind of going like, huh, what was the plot? Um, yeah, it's just very it's there, but it's not really. It's there, I guess, in concept, but as far as execution, No, shit just kind of pops out of nowhere for no reason. When Fox even shows up, uh, he gives an origin, but even I was like, yeah, of all the places that end up though, you end up okay, all right, sure. Yoshi's um actual like origin story is told in a very fun like little visual uh bit. I'm gonna be real, y'all. That might be my whole favorite scene in the movie. It's like 90 seconds, so I don't know what that tells you, but the biggest issue is that, I mean, outside of Pratt's bad voice acting, is that Mario isn't really treated as the hero here. He's actually kind of fucking stupid. And like as you're watching it, he's not really doing a ton of heroic shit. There's this montage of Mario quote doing heroic shit. And I say that in quotes because when you play the Mario games, like the person who clears the castle uh, uh, gets you get the M for Mario, the L for Luigi. But Mario's not doing shit. Like Luigi's actually doing quite a bit of the work, and there's never an L for him. With Hunter Hand Chris Pratt because he believes in Jesus. well, apparently he believes in Jesus more than he believes in the kids he had in Fan Ferris. So, the Bible also says to be a good father. You should probably practice that, Mario. Uh, see, this is why you got me on Chris Pratt. It's your fault, but yeah, it's just watching this movie. I'm just like, I'm done giving C's on this shit. Like the Illumination. This is Illumination Nintendo. Nintendo is not hurting for money. I guarantee you. So they have all the resources available to make something great. It's the same thing with Disney and their fucking animation. These studios have all these fucking resources. You should not be putting out a mediocre fucking product, let alone for goddamn Mario. It pisses me off. I look, I talk about these movies a lot because not just because I'm a huge fan of the property from being a kid, but also because I think each one's gotten better. It's amazing to me how much care they put in those Sonic movies. If Chris Pratt cared half as much as Ben Schwartz did about how he voices Sonic and the actual pride that he puts in like pitching stuff to the writers and shit and talking to the directors and actually talking about where the franchise is going to go. If Chris Pratt gave half of a fuck that Ben Schwartz did, oh my god, these movies would just be so much better. But he doesn't. He doesn't fucking care, and they're not gonna switch him out now, even though they should. Um, I didn't even. I could not even believe that was Benny Safdie voicing Bowser Jr. And honestly, some of the best shit, even though it is pretty brief, unfortunately, is where you get Jack Black and Benny Safdie working off each other as Bowser and Bowser Jr. That's some of the best stuff in the movie. But I'm sitting here thinking about it. If you ask me what is the best Mario stuff in the movie, I go like, well, there is a fight scene between Mario and Luigi and Bowser Jr. at the end of the film that's kind of good, but by that point I'm so over the movie I just want it to stop. So, is that really like is that really a good thing? Or is that just me wanting this shit to be fucking over with? So like I'm really torn on this, y'all, because like did I like it better than the first one? I like things about it more, but yeah, it really makes me wonder if I'd even go lower on the first film because I just remember so little about the first one. This is still fresh in my mind, and I'm fucking annoyed. So like I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go D minus on this. Like I was trying to, yeah. Even on my letterbox, I had it at 2 stars. I'm like, nah, it feels high. So yeah, I'm actually gonna change that right now. So, so yeah, I'm gonna call that star and a half. Sorry, y'all. Like, actually, what am I even saying sorry for? Illumination? Fuck you. Like, be better. Make better shit. Not my fault. But yeah, it's a D minus for Super Mario Bros. Movie. I just I can't with that movie. But yeah, y'all. I'm actually gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut stream a little short. I will review the Christopher's later on this week, but I'm gonna go get some food. I'm hungry. But for the rest of the week, y'all, I will be streaming Wednesday night at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll do a AEW Dynamite watch along, and then I'm probably gonna stream Saturday night because I'm gonna try to go see, at least go see the Wrong Girls because I really do want to check that out. So, but I will keep y'all updated on that. But for sure, we will have a stream on Wednesday at 5 p.m. So, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for chatting in. Shout out to Nick. Shout out to Josh over at the Afternoon Tune. Check them out at twitch.tv/afternoon tune, and check out Nick on all his socials at Night and Day Nick. That's night, letter N, day, and then Nick. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe. Take care of each other. Give someone a hug. Give someone a compliment. We could all use some more positivity. And never forget, as always, to keep it real. Have a great week, y'all. And I will see you on Wednesday for AEW Dynamite. Cheers.